All right, guys, we're back with another response. I'm trying to knock as many of these out as I can. I've done probably 6 or 7 of these today. So, here's another one. This one is going to be in response to Tony. Said, good video. I'll be starting out with a one car hauler, possibly two, and looking for local work around the Orangeburg, South Carolina area. Could you do a video on South Carolina area if you get a chance? Reading through some of these, I think he said that he's already doing he sent some responses on different videos, right? So I think he said he's already doing some off of U-Ship, moving some vehicles, motorcycles, and ATVs and furniture around, which is a great way to get started. Tony, it's a great way to build a customer base without having to, get on load boards because, once you do a load for a person, make sure you're giving out business cards or, of course, they'll have your direct contact where they can call you in the future or by word of mouth pass it out that way. As much as we all can, we all need to get away from doing load boards and go direct customer or direct brokers, where they're calling you directly or so on and so on. But I want to see this one too. It says, I have a 2012 Toyota Tundra that can pull up to 11,000 pounds. If I get a two-car hauler, would that be overkill? Would I need to stick to a one-car hauler? So let me address some of these real quick. Well, Tony, for that question, you'll have to kind of, it depends on what trailer you get, right? And it also depends on, what you're doing. Honestly, with the 2012 Toyota Tundra, it could possibly be overkill if you do two cars because, unless you're getting, paying attention to what type of cars you get. If you're getting smaller cars, like, Civics, Scions, Fusions, um, uh, Escapes, like the little babies, smaller SUVs. If you're getting stuff like that, two of those probably wouldn't be overkill because you'll probably be looking at around about 6 or 7,000 pounds. And then your trailer weight with a two-car hauler is going to be a lot less than it will be with a three-car or heavy-duty trailer. So, it may not be overkill. It might be okay, but at the same time, what you have to think about too is, that Toyota Tundra, it may can pull 11,000 pounds, but you also have to think about the suspension, and things of that nature. If you're putting, too much on it, and, even the transmission, you have to think about that as well. You could overload it. You could tear that up the transmission. You could tear up the suspension over time and so on and so on. But it is enough probably to get you started and get you going. But of course, with all things, you're going to want to improve as you continue to go. So, at some point in time, you're going to want to get a heavier duty truck, maybe a 2500 or 3500. Probably, I mean, if you're going to go for it, you might as well go ahead and get you a big boy. Get you a 3500 or something of that nature. That way you can go ahead and, get a bigger trailer, a three-car hauler, a wedge, or something of that nature, and you won't be kind of limited in what you can carry. I'm assuming with this you're going to be doing non-CDL, which, well, probably no doubt about it, you'll be non-CDL because you'll be under that 26,000 pounds, 26,001 pounds, you'll be under that. So, it should be good to get started. I heard this message taught one time. I come out of the church for a little bit, and the message that was taught was use what's in your hand, right? So you got a truck already, you got a trailer already. It's enough to get you started. It's enough to get you rolling. So it should be fine for now, but you're gonna want to improve as you continue on. Let me see what this one says. Good video. I'm a little bit closer to getting started with the car hauling business out of South Carolina. Looking forward to your next video. If possible, try to do one on Orangeburg. I'm gonna do you one in just a second. All right, so Continue to point out the good brokers as well as the bad brokers. I definitely would do that. You hear me doing that on most of all of them videos. Uh, I'm learning a lot and looking forward to getting started with next week or two. As soon as I can get this trailer, I will be starting out with a one car. That'll be good with your Tundra because it's paid for until I can make some money and then upgrade. That's how you do it. You get started. That's the main thing to do, Tony, is to get started. You know, and not to be stuck in what Max Maxwell calls analysis paralysis. Of hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and you never get started. So the main thing is to get started. Still learning a lot. Looking forward to getting into the transport business within the next 2 weeks. I'm looking at a one car hauler behind. Okay, gotcha. And I was about to let you know I was going to do you a video, but we're going to go ahead and do that video now. So Tony, we got pulled up Orangeburg, South Carolina. We got it within a 100-mile radius of there. We just got it open. You know, it's an open car, trailer, operable vehicles, and we got it at $1 a mile. Didn't pull up quite a lot. Pulled up 54. You're probably in an area kind of like I am when it comes down to Orangeburg. So we'll look through this and see what we can find. So you got a 2016 Ford F350 Super Duty. It's with a Certus. Just getting started out, you probably won't be able to get with a Certus, but eventually you will. For those of you that are getting started out, I think somebody asked me about Holly earlier, which is United Road. With most of these bigger companies, they're probably not going to take you as soon as you start out. What they're going to want to see is, like, when I first tried to get on with a Certus, I think they try to say that I needed 10 good reviews on Central Dispatch under the old rating system. Obviously, Central has a new rating system now. Where it keys in a little bit more, so they're still probably going to ask the same thing. I think I needed either 3 months on to get a little experience in the game, or to have like 10 good ratings on Central. So Central is going to kind of be your starting point. Um, as far as trying to get on with some of these bigger ones, bigger companies, Run Buggy, Assertis, Holly, ACV, some of those, they're going to see that you got a little experience. When you get a new authority, nobody wants to deal with you in the beginning. Most times what you have to do is look up here and get some of these, trying to find one, because Turn Time, that's a bigger one. Ready Freight, I haven't heard of them too much. That's a bigger company. U-Ship Logistics, that's not like the actual website of U-Ship, like the TV show you see of U-Ship. That's a company that they've created, and using that name, I guess, to try to get some clout from that. Um, Even with them, man, with moving cars, I think the guy, I had hauled a vehicle for them. I had already been in business, what, 2 years then at that point or something like that. And they was like, uh-oh, give me 1 second. I just heard a gunshot. I might have to go get my big boy out. All right, I'm back. I got the great equalizer sitting beside me. That AR-15. I hear somebody. I stay out in a golf course area, and it's a country area, and somebody's been riding up and down the road in a truck with a spotlight on it, looking out in the wooded area. So I imagine they're looking for some deers or something. I don't even think they should be shooting deers this late. Not sure about the rules and rigs around here, but they may be out here shooting it towards some deers. But the good thing is it's in the opposite direction. But if I hear one whiz this way, I'm gonna send some down range, see if we can correct that problem. But we'll continue on. I think I was saying with this U-Ship company right here, um, I had been in business like 2 years, man, and I had already took some cars for them before. And then I called them about a truck one day, and the guy was like, "Hey, well, you got to get signed up with us." And it's like, I am signed up with you. It's like, well, we're not gonna be able to give you this truck because you don't have any experience with us, and I'm trying to explain to the guy, man, I've taken several vehicles for you all. What do you mean? It's almost like they lost something in their system, but I ain't have time to deal with it. Some days I might go through it. I got some time today, but other days, man, you ain't got time for it because the land, trying to deal with you, I might miss another good vehicle elsewhere. But when you first get started, right, you're going to want to look for these companies like this. This is Tajuri Auto LLC. More likely, this is a dealership, and you know, deal with those companies and get good ratings for them. And then the bigger companies, Montway, that's a big one also. Get Carrier, that's a big one. A New Transport, Amelia Freight, Ready Logistics, Carpool, ACV, all of those are big ones. So like this one right here, Abe's Auto Sales, you'll try to get with them. Them smaller ones, they're not even going to require you to send no setup packet. They're going to say, hey, you got insurance and all this kind of stuff. They're going to look on Central and be like, all right, let me look up your insurance because you should have your insurance documents. I think Central requires you to submit those now. So they'll look it up, make sure you got insurance and all that. And the guy might be sitting at his table eating. He might be, doing this, doing that at a baseball game. He'll say, hey, I'll send it to you when I get in front of my computer, right? Those are the companies you're going to want to start with. And, it's great because they're COD. You're going to get paid right then and there. And also, you're going to want to try to call them back and get a good rating from them, give them a rating. And once you start getting that ratings up, when you call a Certus and it ain't been 3 months yet, then a Certus can look on your central dispatch and they can see what your rating is up there. Oh, well, you got great ratings. You only been in it for a month or 2 months or something, but hey, you proving yourself in just that little bit of time. So hey, we'll give you a chance. So that's how you're really gonna get started with it, right? All right, so we got a 2016 Ford F350. It's in Augusta going to Atlanta, Georgia. It's paying $200, 152 miles, and it's at $1.32 a mile. Wouldn't take it. That's an F350. That is a big boy. It's going to be heavy, and $1.32. You got to come up on that. So I will call and try to get some more money. Don't ever be afraid to call and ask for more money. They definitely got more money to give you. By all means. Can I help you, sweetheart? Okay. That's one of my daughters. I got 7 children. 4 girls, 3 boys. I don't want to say I'm a single father. I shouldn't say that because their mother is in existence. She's just one of these party girls right now. So I'm raising my babies to make sure that they don't go down the wrong road. So we got a 2023 Volkswagen to gone. It's Augusta, Georgia to Chattanooga. Chattanooga, that's one of my second homes. Augusta, Georgia is too. I've been there several times. $300, 258 miles, and it's $1.16 a mile. That's not bad because that's not a big vehicle. You got a 2024 P1000. What in God's name is that? Give me 1 second. This is another thing that you'll use, your Google tool. When you see a vehicle up here and you don't know exactly what it is, what it weighs, how long it is, and all that type of stuff, they don't put the dimensions or the weight. You go to Google, and Google will tell you most of what you need to know. So you're looking at a milkman truck. Let's see how much they got this posted up here for. They ought to be ashamed, excuse my curse word, of they damn selves. We gonna say that because you got this big milkman truck up here for $1.05 per mile. We ain't even reading that out. Under no circumstances we would take that. No. Mm-mm. 2014 Honda CRV. A Certus is North Augusta, Georgia to Williamston, South Carolina. It's $110, 104 miles, $1.06 a mile. That's not bad. Not great, not bad. 2023 Chevy Blazer. It's in the Ramcon. Been there several times. My second home again, Chattanooga, Tennessee. $372, 362 miles, so it's $1.03 a mile. It's not bad. And when you hear me say it's not bad for a load board, right? Like that CRV, that's not bad at $1.06. But at the same time, I'm going to be looking for more than that. And Tony, with you having a one car hauler, you're probably going to be looking for more than that per mile. Even taking a trip with a one car hauler, don't settle. You still want to try to get close to, it's $2 a mile, $3 a mile if you can. Um, so, when I say $1.06, if you got a 3 car, 4 car hauler, I mean, you can play around a little bit, but with the ones and the twos, you want to try to get as much bang for your buck or for your trip as you possibly can. So, even with these $1.03, $1.06, I'm still gonna call them and ask for some more money. And if they give it to me, great. If they don't, you know, unless I can't find nothing else, you know what I'm saying? More than likely, I wouldn't take it. 2020 Healy forklift, Heli forklift is ready freight transport. Savannah, Georgia, going to Sanderson, Florida. Be careful going to Florida. You might go at a good rate, but you ain't coming out at a good one. In most situations, in most cases. So if you're going to Florida, make sure you can come out of that bad boy with something decent. So if I'm going to Florida, I'm going to find something coming out before I even find anything going in. And I don't even want to go unless, a lot of times I use trips, like if I wanted to go chill on the beach for a weekend or something like that, I'll find me some vehicles going there, take them, drop them vehicles off, and I'll chill on the beach for the weekend. Me and my son, we done did that, gone down to Florida, did some fishing and all that kind of stuff like that. I think when he was probably about 10, no, maybe 11, something like that. Because he used to go out on the road with me because my boys are in homeschool. My girls will be soon. But I would use that as a way to take a vacation. So if you want to go vacation in Florida, yeah, go and take it down there. But you know, don't get your hopes up on coming down there. Great. And if you do go, make sure you're at the top of Florida. You can get something coming out of Panama, Pensacola, Tallahassee, going across over to Jacksonville. You can get some stuff coming out of there. But if you keep going down into Florida, it ain't happening. You can move around in Florida with a great rate, but coming out, not so great. 2007 Dodge Ram 3500. Savannah to Sneeze Ferry, North Carolina. I've definitely been there. That's out there towards the beach. Wilmington area, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Absolutely. Get back to it. Get back to it. Get back to it. $450 is 347 miles, so $1.30 per mile. I would not take that. It's going to take up a ton of real estate. You're looking at 258 inches just for giggles. Where's my calculator up here? No, no, no. Go back. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm looking for my darn calculator. Just type it in here. There we go. So you're looking at 258 inches. Divide that by 12 because there's 12 inches in a foot. And you're looking at a truck that's 21 feet and 5 inches, right? You're putting that up there. That's a lot of real estate. That's at least half of your trailer. Especially if this, like, I got a low profile. I'm sitting here looking at it. I'm outside on the porch. That's going to take up half of my trailer. So, to put half of my trailer taken up for $1.30, it's not happening. And then, if you're non-CDL at 7,000 pounds, you're almost maxed out. Again, as I said earlier, unless you get a trailer that's made out of aluminum, as some of these companies do make, unless you get a trailer made out of that's really lightweight, you're going to run into a situation where most of the trailers that you get, they are 6,000 pounds, especially if you get like a 2 car, 3 car hauler. You're going to run into that issue where you can only carry about 10,000 pounds. Tony, in your case, you'll be able to carry this vehicle if your trailer can carry that amount of weight and your truck, but you'll have to be careful because pulling a 350 Honestly, with a one car hauler, I wouldn't even want to touch it, especially if you're going to be pulling it with your Tundra. But 130, not happening. The gist of that is to make sure you're getting more money. If it's a 350, you need to be getting at least close to $2 a mile for it because that's heavy and it's long. Or at least $1.50 to $2 per mile. Because on the low boards, you might not always be able to hit that $2 mark. Might not happen, but it's possible. All right, so you got one that's up here from Savannah to Savannah, Georgia. It's 2017 Toyota Corolla. Is 7 miles, paying $70, so it's $10 per mile. Not bad. If you're in that area to jump up and just go take it. 2023 Audi Q8 from Columbia, South Carolina to Duluth, Georgia. I've been to both of those several times. $225. It's 216 miles, and it's $1.04 a mile. Not great, but it's okay. 2013 Chevy Equinox. It's Columbia, South Carolina to Darlington, South Carolina. Been to both for those once more. RCG Logistics. It's $95, 78 miles. It's $1.22 per mile. New transport. They got a Amazon van probably that's posted up here. It's Columbia to Norfolk, Virginia. Paying $600, 398 miles. Paying $1.51 per mile. Now, I would tell you, if you're going to do the transport of the Amazon vans, try to look into Reindeer Logistics. Reindeer Logistics pays the most for the Amazon vans. A new transport, I believe they're getting paid the same amount that Reindeer is getting paid. Except what they're doing, I think they're keeping most of it for themselves and posting it up here for $1.51. Like if that was a new not a new, but reindeer, that'd be up there for at least almost $3 per mile. So that rate will probably almost be double. So if you're gonna be doing those, try to look into that. Um, Incomplete. No, that's a box truck. That's definitely not going to fit. All right, so you got 2013 Hyundai Elantra. Again, this is one of the companies that you'll start off with. Darlington, South Carolina to Lexington, South Carolina. $130, 93 miles, $1.40 per mile. That's going to be COD, obviously, because it's a dealership and you get your good rating out of it. Four-car mix. Nah, we don't need to look at that. You got a one car, but we'll just look at it for giggles. Let's see. Got a Buick Enclave, Jeep Wrangler, Dodge Challenger, and a Honda Elantra. Small babies, not bad. $350, 84 miles. They're paying $1.04 per vehicle. So for a four-car hauler, this would be great. It'd be great pay. Not so much for a 1 and 2. Again, you want to try to get more bang for your buck. Now the good thing about it is with your Tundra, I don't think that'll be diesel. That should be gasoline. You're not carrying a ton of weight, and you're able to use gasoline, so it's a little bit cheaper than diesel. So your fuel and stuff might be a little bit better, but at the same time, you still want to get paid as much as you can to do these vehicles. Render Logistics, it's going to take a year of experience for you to get on with them. They require a year, but we'll just look through it for the rate. 2013 Chevy Equinox is Darlington, South Carolina to Durham, North Carolina. $168.73. They're paying $1 per mile, so it's 168 miles. That's okay, but really, they normally do better than that. 2019 Lexus GX 460 turn time transport. Darlington to Greensboro, North Carolina is $150, 144 miles, and it's $1.04 a mile. Not great. 2017 Ford Fusion, Darlington to Savannah, Georgia. You got $200, 184 miles, $1.09 per mile. 2020 Club Car 4-seater. That's going to be like a golf cart. Got to be careful with those because they're going to be small. It depends on your trailer, how your trailer is set up. With a one car hauler, you should be good because yours is probably going to be like flat all the way, or kind of built more like a freight trailer where you got wood all the way across, or you got a platform all the way across. Like one of my trailers here, two of them actually, uh, you know, and even the wedge trailers and so on and so on, you got a split in the middle, so those tires have to be able to make it up, the make it through that split on both sides. So it has to be able to touch this side and that side. So with a golf cart, it may not be wide enough, may be wide enough. It depends. So, check that before you do it. But for you, you should be good. That is in Dewey's Island, South Carolina, going to Maryville, South Carolina. It's $100, 64 miles, and it's $1.56 per mile. And you say you've already been doing the motorcycles and stuff like that, so you probably already have a trailer that can fit it anyway. You got a 2014 Dodge Charger, Dorchester, South Carolina to Gastonia, North Carolina, out there towards Charlotte. It's $250. That's 194 miles, and it's $1.29 per mile. Montway, that's going to be one of your bigger companies right there. You can find Montway directly on ship.cars. Ship.cars is free for carriers. If you are a shipper or a broker, you have to pay, but it's a great company. They have a great TMS system, which is a management system for your business, for carriers, and it's completely free. But Montway, you'll find them up there. They post up there, and it's free to actually use the load board for ship.cars as well. So that is a free load board you can use, and they have a great management system. I recommend all carriers actually to use the system. Because you got electronic BOLs, and you also got timestamp photos. If you got drivers out there, or if you're the driver, it's a great way to manage your company completely. So 2023 Chevrolet Silverado, picking up in Florence, South Carolina. Been there. Going to Christiansburg, Virginia. $400, 274 miles. It's $1.46 per mile. I would do that. Got a 2023 Ram 1500. Florence to Harris, Tennessee. I wouldn't really do this one. It's $500, 429 miles, $1.17 per mile. Wouldn't be worth it. I'd have to put some more money into that. Again, it's a pickup truck, and it's going to have a little bit more weight to it than just a regular vehicle. You got 2005 GMC Encore, Florence to Blackshear, Georgia. $440, 268 miles, and it's $1.64 per mile. That wouldn't be bad. 2000 Jeep Wrangler. This is for Ready Logistics. It's Gaston, South Carolina to New London, North Carolina. Where is that at? Yes, I think I've rode through a bit of it before. Out there towards Charlotte, I definitely have, because the Albemarle is right here, and I've definitely taken this road many times to go to Statesville. So let's keep it rolling. Okay, that's paying $157.42, 158 miles. So it ain't quite $1 per mile. It's very close to it, but Ready Logistics, you do better than that now. I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all use supposed better. 2019 Toyota Highlander, Grantville to Southern Pines, North Carolina. $200. 194 miles, $1.03 per mile. Not that great. You got a 2019 Volvo XC90. That's a SUV. Is Hilton Head, South Carolina. Been there several times. Monk's Corner. Been there several times. It's $175, 129 miles, and it's $1.36 per mile. Johns Island. Been there. South Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida. Of course, I've been there. They got a 2019 Volvo XC90 as well. It's paying $255. This is ACV Auctions. That's one of your bigger companies as well. It's 243 miles, $1.05 per mile. That's not great. ABC usually pays a little better than that. 2018 Nissan Titan. You got Latson, South Carolina to Williamston, South Carolina. Been to both. $200, $1.98 a mile, dollar and one. 198 miles and it's $1.01 per mile. A service. They normally post stuff like that, but I wouldn't take that. A Titan is a pickup truck and it weighs almost right at 6,000 pounds. And for $1.01 a mile, it's not happening. You need to call them, ask for more money. 2006 Honda Accord, Abe's Auto Sales. This is be one of those companies you want to get started with, because the great thing about it is they're looking to get a good rating. So they're going to give you, if you do a good job, they're going to give you a rating for sure. Because they want you to give them a rating as well, because they want to get their ratings up also. So you got Lancaster, South Carolina to Edenton, or Eden, North Carolina. I think that's out towards Charlotte as well. About to say Edenton. Nope, I'm incorrect. This is, well, I guess it's north of Raleigh and north of Charlotte, but it's right there towards Greensboro. Gotcha. Um, it's paying $165, 160 miles, $1.03. What is up with this $1.03 stuff? Come on, bro. Y'all can do better than this. Because you look at a vehicle like this, and which, it's different depending on who's paying to get the vehicle, where the customer, and so on and so on. But you got a 2016 Dodge Dart. That is a small vehicle, right? As far as the length and as far as the weight. Pick it up in Lexington, South Carolina, going to Gastonia. It's 116 miles. It's paying $175, $1.51 a mile. Right? If that little vehicle can pay that much, why in the world would I want to take a Nissan Titan for $1.01 a mile? It don't make sense. Make that make sense. It don't. Um, they got another Dart up here, 2016. It's going from Lexington to Forest City, North Carolina, and it's $175. Now, let's look at this right here. This is something I want to point out. Montway does this stupid mess quite a bit. They will post a vehicle up here saying that it's coming from a certain area going to another area, but you always have to check the notes with Montway because they do this crap right here. Actual delivery in Alexander Mills, North Carolina. So let's see where this is in comparison to Gastonia. 1 second. Because they always do that junk, man. I hate when they do it. It's stupid. It makes no sense. Just put where the vehicle is being picked up, where it's being dropped. That's all, that's all you need to put in there. You know what I mean? Alex Mills, I'm assuming that's a cemetery. Lord, these kids are in the house hollering. Don't know what they're hollering for. Just as crazy as can be. So Gastonia is here. Alexander Mills is over here near Forest City. So what's happening is these are both the same two vehicles, right? And what Montway would do is put this up here like Lexington to Gastonia, right? The initial thing they did do, they'll trick you. They got it up here at 116 miles, so it looks like they're paying $1.51 per mile, right? But that's not actually where the vehicle is going. The vehicle is going right here towards Forest City. So when you actually look at the mileage, it's 149 miles versus 116, which obviously changes the rate per mile. So with Montway, be careful because they always do this. They always post it that way. Most times with Montway, you're going to see two postings. One is going to be the right one is going to be the wrong one. Make sure you pay attention to it. 2022 or 23 Mercedes Benz. I'm assuming this is going to be vans. This is Bear Automotive. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 vans post. No, they got 2 vans posted. Correction. They're both going from amongst Corner, South Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina. They're paying both $225. In my opinion, this is not worth it because you're going 192 miles. They're paying $1.17 a piece. Now, the vans are not, depending on what type of vans it is, then they may not be as heavy because these are more than likely cargo vans, so they don't have all the seats and stuff in them, weighing them down. At the same time, these vans are taking up real estate on your trailer. So anything that's taking up real estate on your trailer or taking up weight on your trailer, you need to charge more money for it. And $1.17 is definitely not it. Now with the one car hauler, I don't know, Tony, if you'll be able to actually fit those vans up there. It depends on how long that trailer is, because these vans are going to be every bit of 21, 22 feet, something of that nature. Because most of them are extended. Most of them are not going to be the smaller versions of the van. Then we got a 2016 Mercedes-Benz. I'm assuming that's going to be a van. Nope, this is a GLA, so this is a vehicle, car, or SUV. Moncks Corner, South Carolina to Orlando, Florida. It's paying $440, 414 miles, and it's $1.06 per mile. Not worth it to me not to go in Florida. I'm not doing it. Unless I can get a good amount going in. You got a 2023 cargo van. Got Moncks Corner, South Carolina to Melbourne, Florida. Wouldn't do this, not for $1.10 a mile. Again, that van is going to take up some real estate on your trailer. It's $493, 447 miles, $1.10 per mile. Not happening. Not with me, it wouldn't. 2023 Volvo XC40, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina to Moncks Corner, South Carolina. It's new transport. So $150, 37 miles. Now, Tony, this is something that you want to jump on right here. If you're in that area. Now, it is 75 miles southeast of Orange County, Orangeburg, South Carolina. So if you can get a vehicle headed that way, this is something that more along that you want, because it's paying $4.05 a mile, and you're only going 37 miles, and that's $150. That's not bad. 2023 Mercedes-Benz cargo van, North Charleston, been there, to Brooklyn, New York. Me, I definitely wouldn't do this. That is a long trip. It's at least a 2-day trip. $800, 754 miles, $1.06 a mile. Not worth it. You got to give me more money for that. 2017 Honda Sonata, North Augusta, South Carolina to Statesville, North Carolina. Probably going to the Manheim. $210.41. It's 205 miles, and it's $1.03 per mile. Wouldn't be interested in it unless I can find some good stuff matching up with it. Got a 2015 Mercedes-Benz. This is a sedan. More than likely, this is a dealership type thing. It's paying cash on delivery. North Charleston, South Carolina, going to Norcross, Georgia. $300, 301 miles, so it is paying just under $1 per mile. I wouldn't touch it. Unless, again, you can match it up with some decent stuff. Got 2016 Honda Sonata. This is North Charleston, South Carolina to Myrtle Beach. $175, 104 miles, and it's $1.68 per mile. Not bad. 2023 food truck. I don't think you'll be able to fit that up there, but that definitely is not worth it. You want me to put a whole food truck that's 22 feet, it's 8.5 feet wide, and it's 9.5 feet high. You want me to put a whole food truck on a trailer, bring it to you from North Charleston, South Carolina to Santa Barbara, California for $1.37. Not happening ever. 2021 Chevy Equinox. Cars arrived. It's in Ocady, South Carolina, going to Pawleys Island, South Carolina. Been there. $235, 171 miles, and it is 137, correction, $1.37 per mile. You got a 2013 Eldorado Aero Elite 25. That's picking up in your city, or right there to you, Orangeburg, South Carolina, going to Keystone Heights, Florida. $800. Now, this is something you want to jump on. Let's look exactly what this is right here. Tony, this will definitely be something you want to do if this is a vehicle. Let me make sure first, because I might be wrong. Eldorado, I thought, is a vehicle, though. Nope, nope, nope. I am certainly wrong. I'm so sorry. What am I thinking? So this is a bus. As you can see. Nope. It is worth it to a certain extent as far as the transport because it's paying $2.67 per mile. But I don't know. Now, I will tell you, I've taken vehicles like this and I've actually driven them before because some people have a drive away type service thing. If you could do that, that definitely wouldn't be bad. But you know, for one car, even for a three-car hauler, I probably wouldn't just necessarily jump on that. That's a big vehicle, very big vehicle. That'll be something more in the freight world, but you definitely get charged more than $2.67 per mile. 2020 Hyundai Elantra, Ravenel, South Carolina to Savannah, Georgia. It's $125, 96 miles, $1.30 per mile. You got a 2016 Ford F-150, Summerville to Williamson, South Carolina. $200. I would not take this or Certus. You always try this BS. It's $1.06 that is paying per mile on 189 miles. That is a pickup truck again, and it's going to take up real estate, and it's heavy. Wouldn't take it for $1 per mile. They had to give me way more for that. This is a big boy truck. I'm assuming a Volvo. They're paying $5.97 per mile. That is not bad for big boy trucks that can take this. But Summerville, South Carolina to Garden, I'm assuming Massachusetts, they're paying $5,500 for a 922-mile trip for a big boy Volvo. Ooh, hold on. I don't know what that is. Come back one. Because that said that is 6 to 1,000 pounds. That's bigger than a 18-wheel. What in the world is that? Let's see. 1 second. What is this? Give me a picture. Oh no. Oh hell no. Yeah, that'd be worth it for somebody with a low boy, but this is the big boy world there. That's a whole doggone what do you call those things? That's a whole doggone not a backhoe. What in the world do you call these doggone things? That's old good gracious sake. No, that's a big boy there. Not even half. Skill. That shouldn't even be on Central. That'll be shaming this here. Um That's got to be a boat there. We're not going to look at that. So we got a 2016 Toyota Tacoma, um, West Columbia, South Carolina to Moncks Corner, South Carolina. It's $115, 100 miles. They're paying $1.15 per mile. Not bad, not great. 2024 Chevy Silverado. Again, some of these newer vehicles from United Road. West Columbia to Eastover, South Carolina. It's $48, 45 miles, $1.92 per mile. That wouldn't be a bad delivery. You got 2016 Honda Elantra, West Columbia to Darlington, South Carolina. $140, 92 miles, $1.52 per mile. Not bad, not great. 2024 Chevy Silverado back to United Road, West Columbia to Eastover. All right, so they got two of these posted. $48, 25 miles, $1.92 a mile. No, you know what? I think that's the same thing. Why did they add that to the second page? Because they got RC Logistics up here again. So, okay, so they only got one posted. They just took that to the second page. Unless they added some more vehicles up there. And that's probably what happened. They added two more vehicles, which pushed those two to the second page. You got a 2018 Lincoln MKZ Assertus. Again with this $1.03 a mile stuff. West Columbia to Williamson, South Carolina. $110, and it's 107 miles total. 2020 Mercedes Benz. This is going to be the sedan version, or SUV rather. West Columbia to Williamston, South Carolina. $120 this time. 110 miles. $1.09 per mile. So that's two vehicles that you can match up right there if you had the two-car hauler. Then we're going to be a 2024 Buick Enclave, South Columbia, Columbia, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, $156. It's only paying $1.01 per mile because it's 155 miles. Not really excited. Then you got West Columbia, South Carolina to Shaw Air Force Base, South Carolina. Air Force Base, that's a whole different ball game there too. You know, you don't have to have necessary paperwork to go in there like a certain car, like a twit car. You need to go into the ports and so on and so on. But with an Air Force Base, you got to make sure you got a good, or any military base, you got to make sure you got a good background. If you got any felonies, you're not going up in there. You don't even think about it. They ain't gonna let you go. You know, if you got any kind of mental illness and all that kind of stuff that may not let you in, you know, they got certain requirements as far as what you can do and what you can't do. I think the military bases now have gone into where you have to have verified IDs. You know, they changed the way that they do IDs now, where you got to have what's that? It's a star or something up there where they verify your address, they verify this, they verify that. Forget what you call it, but it's another, I guess, a upper check, or a higher type check or verification of who you are and so on your driver's license. Now, I know at least in North Carolina, if you do not have that on your driver's license, I think for the military bases now, you can't even go in them under those circumstances. So with military bases, they got strict rules, guidelines. You can't take any weapons on a military base. They are going to search your vehicle when you go. And that's going to be a search by dog. That's going to be a search by hand. If you have any kind of weapons, you've seen a bad day when you go up in there. So, you know, if you're going to a military base, make sure you're good. I went to some military bases, but I did not like it. The reason why is because, you know, I like to carry my weapon, and when I'm on the road, I got a gun with me at all times. As a matter of fact, when I go through life every day, I got a gun with me everywhere I go. For the most part, it's better to not need it and have it than not have it and need one, right? That type thing. And another saying that you'll hear is, I'd rather be judged by 12 rather than carried by 6, right? So, you know, I keep a gun with me even when I'm on the road. I've been stopped by DOT. I've gone to DOT wait stations. I always let them know, hey, I do have a firearm on board. There's a myth that goes around the transportation industry that you can't have a firearm with you while you're out. That is total BS. You absolutely can. You just need to know the laws that you are required to follow in each and every state. Like, for instance, in New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, you cannot have hollow point rounds. You got to have full metal jacket. Which to a certain extent is stupid to me, because hollow point, if you shoot it, hit something, it's going to spread, it's going to stop. Full metal, it might keep right on rolling. You know, when you go to certain states, you can't have, nice, not bad. You go to certain states, you can't have, you know, a certain amount of bullets in your magazines. Like, you can't have over 10 rounds in the magazine or something of that nature. for a long gun, or and sometimes when I'm on the road, I might have the AR-15 with me. I might have the shotgun with me. I'm always gonna have the pistol with me, but I might have one or the other with me. Um, so it's a myth that you can't have a firearm. Don't believe that. Most companies will not allow you to have a firearm on the road. That's where that myth comes from. So, if you got a firearm and you're out there, you're driving, you definitely need to have it because you will run into some dangerous areas while you're out on the road. If you're sleeping out there, I would rather have a firearm sitting by me than a bat or a knife. Give me a firearm. If somebody start breaking in that truck, they're going to meet the good Lord Himself. And they can go from wherever they're going from that point, but they are going to see their Maker that day. Um, but that's pretty much it there, Tony. For that area. Not bad, not great. Probably not in a metro plex area type area. Because if you were, I would be able to tell because this number would be a lot higher. But it's not bad for the area, especially to be doing one car hauling. And don't just when you get started, don't just take loads from Central. Continue on with the U-ship thing because U-Ship, you're being able to build direct customers. Now, U-Ship is not so great when it comes to pay because I think they take like 9% from you or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, because you have a lot of experience with them, I think. I haven't messed with U-Ship too much. But, it's worth taking a hit on that 9%. For the first time. That way you can go meet this customer. You can get their contact information. They can get your contact information. You do a great job for them. And from then on, they can contact you directly. You can give them a rate directly. Because at that point, you're somebody they can trust and so on and so on. So continue to do your U-ship thing, as well as messing with these load boards. Now, I did put a load board vehicle, not vehicle, but video up here a little while back. I think you may have seen that one. Some of those are free load boards, some of those are direct load boards. Central is going to probably be your biggest load board that you can do out of all of them. But you have other options. But and then locally, if you're doing a lot of local work, make sure you're utilizing Facebook Marketplace. Make sure you're utilizing, if you get into Google, doing the Google SEO or the advertisements, you could do those. I'm not going to say that you need paid advertisement. You might want to, you may not, but Facebook is a free way to advertise. Instagram, that's a free way to advertise. Use those to your advantage if you're going to be doing local. Get you some business cards, start passing them out, and what you'll find out is as you're doing these loads, word of mouth, it's going to travel real fast. Take business cards to the dealerships. They might have a quick thing that they need to get out where, they got one vehicle going somewhere that need it there right then and there. They need it there today, and they need somebody to come pick it up. 18 wheeler is not going to a dealership for one vehicle. A 3-4 car hauler, you know, if it's local, most likely, unless they got some vehicles to match with it, they're not going up there either. So that's where your advantage come in with the one car, until you get into your two and threes and so on and so on. So Tony, I hope that helps you out, man. Um, you know, I'm gonna try to keep in touch with you because I've been in touch with you by email as well. So I'm gonna contact you up there. And I think you're on the Discord as well. So I'm gonna start having some conversations with you up there to see where you are, see if you have any questions to be able to talk to you directly. Anybody else that want to get on the Discord, you can go to discord.com. Um, Let me see, can I go to it real quick? Discord.com. You can create you a Discord name. My Discord name up here is Car Hauling Joe. All you have to do is put it in, search it. You'll be able to join the Discord, and you'll be able to chat with me directly up there. And with everybody else that's actually on the Discord in that group, or you can do a private chat where it's voice or text. If you want to talk to me directly up there, I would put my phone number up here, man, but man, one thing you'll find out, and anybody that's already in the business, when you first sign up with freaking the FMCSA, man, these folks will call you. They put your number get out there with all of these companies, and these SOBs will call you left and right. They send you texts every day, and so on and so on. So I don't want to put my number up here because if I do, it might get too overwhelming, between trying to do this business thing, and I venture out into quite a bit of things. As I keep myself busy, I keep myself occupied, so I'm doing quite a bit of stuff. So I don't want to get overwhelmed there. So it's easier to do the Discord, and we can have live chats, live talks, and so on and so on. My goal is to start doing responses a little bit better, responding to folks. I'm going back through now, as you can see, I'm going through all the comments and stuff that I haven't got to, because I haven't been up here in a while, and I'm trying to do videos. I'm trying to respond to everybody, because it's kind of disrespectful for you to send me a message and me not respond, and I do apologize for it to all of you guys. But I'm doing better. All right, so that's going to be it for this one, Tony. I hope it helps you out. If you have any more questions, hit me up. Man, I'm trying to make these videos shorter, but they're getting longer and longer. But I appreciate you subscribing to the channel, man. I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. I think it's up to about 300 and some odd number, as far as the subscribers. So I definitely appreciate it. I don't do that thing when you close out the thing and say, hey, subscribe to my channel, like the video, hit the bell, and all that. I call it the YouTube thing. If you like what you see, if it's valuable content, you're going to subscribe anyway. If it's valuable content, you'll comment. If it's valuable content, you'll like it anyway. So I don't do all that kind of stuff. My goal is to help as many people out as I can, so if it's, good comment to you, you know what I mean? If you want to share it, you can. If you don't, either way, it works. The goal is to help as many people as we can. So that's what we're doing. Um, at some point in time, it may be even a thing where I start doing some traveling, because I do love to travel when I get some free time, or if you're in the area, to actually have some meet and greets, to meet up, to actually come out, get in the truck with you. If you have questions for those that are starting off, to get out there and get in the truck with you, go to these places and show you. Like when you go to a car dealership for your first time, you might be wondering, what in the world do I do? You walk in the dealership and you be like, hey, where's your manager at? Or, just tell them, no, hey, I'm a transporter. I'm here to pick up a vehicle. And pretty much they're going to direct you to where you need to go from there. They're going to give you keys. You're going to the vehicle. You're going to do an inspection. You're going to take pictures, and all that type of stuff. And from there, you go back in after you take your pictures and stuff, you get them to sign your BOL, and you're out. You know what I'm saying? You load the vehicle up, transport the vehicle, get to your drop off location. What are you going to do? Let them know, hey, I'm a transporter. I'm here to drop off a vehicle. They're going to direct you who you need to talk to. You get the vehicle off, and you should already have it off once you get there anyway. They're going to come out. They're going to look at the vehicle, make sure ain't nothing wrong with it, and so on and so on. If they see damage, they might be like, hey, was this up here? You can show them in the pictures. Yep, it was right here. And they'll sign off on it. And, if you got a check, if you got cash that they need to pay you, they'll pay you. If not, you got what you need, and you send the BOL to the brokerage or whoever you took the car for, and so on and so on. So stuff like that, at some point in time, I might start doing some traveling, or I might start meeting up at the request of folks that are on the channel, to walk you through it and show you how to do it, and so on and so on. But that's it for now, Tony. I hope this is good enough. I hope this is valuable for you. If you have any more questions, man, just let me know. And we are out, and we're almost at an hour with this video. Jesus Christ. I'm out. Bye bye.